today. Want to thank you all for joining us today. It's Text the Show Wednesday. We always have people texting throughout the show, letting me know what they want to know. And we'll answer as many questions as we can, as quickly as we can today. Marley, you can see him up above me there. That's my rescue monkey. We're going to bring my good friend Justin in on the show here in a little bit, talk about all the cool things he's got going on. The great hunt he just had with his son. And that video is incredible if you haven't seen it yet. But gang, we got a good show for you today. And I want to thank everybody that is making your Saltwater Guide such a common name now. I am blown away by all the people that want me to speak at their shows. They want me to do this for them. They want me to do that for them. I'm very, very humbled. Believe me, never in my wildest imagination did I ever think something like this would happen. If you knew me back in the old days, you'd be blown away. I'm blown away. I'm humbled by all of you, and I want to tell you all how much I appreciate every single one of you. This is so incredible. And what's going on right now with the massive growth of your Saltwater Guide, if you haven't seen what's going on, you can just simply go to YouTube and watch. Right now, we're gaining 2,500 new subscribers a month on YouTube alone. On Instagram, we're growing even faster over there. You can watch the numbers go up every day by the hundreds. It's absolutely incredible. We've been dominating over here on Facebook for a very, very long time. We have 263,000 subscribers on our followers on Facebook. That's my good friend Tom giving me a call. But I just want you all to understand how appreciative I am. Todd Manser was telling me yesterday, he goes, Dave, it's because you're the only guy on the planet that does 5 live shows a week and you have stuff to talk about. You've been doing it for 3 years. I'm all, yeah, I kind of have, haven't I? It kind of blew my mind. But none of it's possible without all of you following me and hitting the subscribe button and hitting the share button. That share button on the bottom of the screen that you're watching right now on Facebook, if you look, it's like a circle arrow or a half circle arrow. That's the share button. All you do is click on that and it will go out to all of your followers. And you all have thousands of followers. Let's be honest. We all have thousands of friends. If you could just share this with your friends, you might find out that some of them are going to be very happy that you turned them on to your Saltwater Guide. We have a phenomenal show for you Monday through Friday at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I put out 3 brand new videos every single day. I put out a picture every single morning. Elliot and I were talking yesterday. What we did on my website is we made it so that you can post videos. Gang, if you want, and you post a video like Mike Lewis did, you post a video, you give me access to your video, I can post your video on our social media platform and you can go viral like Mike Lewis did, gang. It's not that hard. I have plenty of ways to put your stuff out there, give you full credit. All you have to do is send it to us. You can send it to us on the website at yoursaltwaterguide.com, gang. And we're going to get into all the questions that are piling in, gang. Remember, 949-374-0786. That's how you're going to get your question read on the air. And those of you that are cruising around in your vehicles right now listening to the podcast, tomorrow Kelly Girl is going to be on the show. So you can text message Kelly Girl, whatever questions you want. And then big news, Friday, those of you that have been in the industry for a very long time, those of you that have yachts in Southern California or in Florida or around the world, you know this human being. This human being has a humongous name in the world of fishing, in the yachting building business. He's been on the cutting edge of so many different things, and he was a hell of a commercial fisherman. And he started out working, and I'll let him tell you where he started his working career. It'll blow your mind. But we have the great Steve Lasley joining us on Friday. It's going to be a very, very incredible show. I want to make sure you don't miss it. And if you do miss it live, you definitely want to listen to it in your archives. When you find out who this man is, if you don't already know, you are going to be blown away. One of the most respected fishermen in the industry, one of the kindest, got one of the biggest hearts, just a phenomenal human being all the way around. Steve Lasley is going to join us on the show. And then next week, I'm picking my good friend Kevin Cubby Paul up at the airport. He's coming down here to Cabo to work on his yacht and be here for Christmas. And I'm praying and hoping that we can get Cubby on the show. If I could get Cubby on the show, because now that I've had the world famous Pete Grossbeck, IGFA Hall of Fame captain, and then in 2 days we got Hall of Fame captain Steve Lasley, I can't start going down on guests. I got to go up. That's why we're hoping that we get Cubby on the show. The great Kevin Cubby Paul would be a wonderful guest to have on the show, and I'm super excited to have him on there. Well, great. Thank you, Jason. I'm happy to have you, gang. If you guys want, and Kelly Girl said that we can do it again. We've kind of put this on hiatus for a couple of days, or a couple of weeks, but today, if we get you guys sending us in some questions, 949-374-0786, we're going to go back to what we were doing a few weeks ago. We're going to give away a free t-shirt today to one lucky texter. You got to text me at 949-374-0786, and that'll get you on the air. Gang, a couple of months ago, I was doing some shows about the windmill project and how the governor of the great state of California has already got all the money. He leased out 33 square miles of water off of Morro. I mean, what a great scam. This guy just blows my mind every day with all the cool stuff he comes up with. I mean, what a great flim-flam used car salesman. He was able to lease out 33 square miles of the ocean off of Morro Bay so they can build these windmills. He's already been paid. The money's already changed bank accounts. They're going to build these windmills off the coast. It's absolutely incredible. But gang, I did a whole bunch of research. I've been watching lots of videos. I've been talking to lots of people. Do you know, and this will blow your mind, there's a 20-year moratorium on hooking a windmill up to the power grid. There are over 10,000 windmills built in the United States of America already that you see when you're driving around out there spinning around that are hooked to nothing. This is all public information, easily gathered. YouTube, you can grab all this information. 20-year moratorium on hooking any new windmills up to the power grid because the power grid is incapable of handling these windmills. Think about that. They can't handle the windmills. They have no way to harness the energy coming off of them. So that's got to make you think. And then the ones that are already built, they're never going to get hooked to. And most of the companies that were told they had to build these windmills, like GE and a lot of the big dogs in the world, they built these windmills 10 years ago to try to be compliant with the states, the United States of America. They're all backing out. They're all jumping off the bandwagon because they've seen zero return of investment on the money they put in to build all these windmills. There's windmill farms all over the United States. They destroyed phenomenal farmland, and they do not work. All those windmills that are killing all the whales off of the eastern seaboard, you know, those whales that are washing up off on the beach in New Jersey and New York and Maine and Maryland and all those places. All those guys that built those windmills, they're all bailing out. All the big company from Netherlands that built most of the windmills, they're bailing out because there's no return of investment on their money. They're all bailing out. They're all getting out of this. It's just absolutely incredible what's going on, gang. And it's all quietly being done. when I was talking to Bill Varney yesterday, I was telling him about the moratorium on hooking up windmills to the power grid, and he's inside pretty tight on this, but he didn't know that. Then he looked into it and he texted me back and he said, "You're damn right. They're not allowing these windmills to hook up to the power grid." I don't know how much longer they can lie to you guys, and they're going to get exposed. It's unbelievable. But the reason why I've figured this out is because that area off of Morro Bay that Gavin Newsom allowed them to lease, the 33 mile square, that's where the albacore have bred. That's the breeding grounds for the albacore. That's where they've been breeding for a very, very long time. And now we're going to let them build these giant windmill farms there and take away the albacore breeding grounds. Plus, you can't go in there and fish. I think it's a 2 mile radius outside of these giant barges they're going to put these windmills on. And then the devastation, like Tommy Gomes said, they're salad shooters. They're going to kill all those beautiful seabirds that live out off the beach up there. They're going to thank you, Tim. And they're also going to kill whales and dolphins and sea lions. Speaking of that, you guys saw the video that Elliot posted for me a couple days ago about the California sea lions on the docks there in Oceanside? If you haven't seen it yet, you need to go look at that video. And then you need to go read the comment. You need to go down that rabbit hole. That video's got over 1 million views already across social media. And it is absolutely amazing how many people that have never met me before are telling me that I need to hit them with my purse, or that I need to grow a pair. They have no idea who I am. They have no idea. It's so funny to read all these silly comments and telling me that I need to shoot them with a BB gun or shoot them with a paintball gun or hit them with a bullwhip. Gang, we have a family of them living on our docks in Dana Point that my sister and brother own in Dana Point Harbor, where all of my father's sport boats run out of now that my sister and brother are in charge of it. We have a full group of sea lions that are just causing massive amounts of damage to my family's docks there. So when you read through these comments and you listen to these people talk to me about growing a pair and how it doesn't have anything to do with me or whatever, it has to do with all of us. Everybody that pays taxes in the United States of America. The amount of money we're wasting cleaning up after this filthy animal is absolutely mind-boggling. Yeah, they are full speed, just like the ones that are talking about your wife pushing the button on the microwave, Mike Lewis. Gang, Elliot put out a post yesterday. I'm going to Alaska. Well, Kelly Girl and I are going to Alaska in September. Mike Lewis, Jamie, Pablo, Kate, I think those seats are going to sell out rather quickly. Larry at Pacific Sport Fishing Alliance said Mike, Jamie, Pablo, Kate, and anybody else that wants to join Kelly Girl and I up in Alaska, you need to jump on this sooner than later. These are going to sell out. Mike, I already told him that you're going to call him. You're going to call Larry, and I told Larry that Pablo was going to call him also. You guys, anybody that wants to go up to Alaska and fish with Kelly Girl and I up there, it's going to be insane. We're going to be up there for 2 sets of trips. We're going to be up there for the 10 days. You guys need to get in on this. It's going to be incredible. I am so excited. I'm gonna love fishing on the boats up there, but I'm gonna love fishing, walking through the forest, fishing those trout streams, catching trout and salmon in the streams and seeing all the wildlife. I've never been in all these years. I've never been to Alaska, so I'm super fired up. I'd love for some of you guys to join us, Jamie and Mike and Pablo and Kate, and the rest of our fans that watch us all the time. Gang, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I've never been to Alaska, and I doubt very seriously I'll have the chance to go again. It's a huge deal for Kelly and I to get people to babysit Marley. And but we're going to pull it together. We're coming up, and we're going to be in Gustavo, or however you pronounce it. We're going to be up there, and we're going to be fishing for 4 days and then taking a break and then fishing with another group for 4 days. I'm super excited. Kelly Girl can't wait. She's so excited to get out there on the boat and go fishing with you guys and see everybody and see all our fans and everything. And it should be a blast. I'm trying to look for that. I think we'll post that up again. We'll send it out to everybody. If you haven't seen the advertisement yet, we'll send it out. We'll try to get it out to everybody as soon as we possibly can. I think it went out on an email yesterday. But we'll get that out to everybody, and we'll get you all involved. But it'll probably be sold out by then. But if you want to join us in Alaska, give me a call at 949-374-0786. It'll be in September. And we're going to bring my good buddy Justin in just a minute. But, gang, I wanted you all to – up there in the top right-hand corner, you see a beautiful picture of my beautiful wife, Kelly Girl, with that QR code wrapped around her. If you scan that QR code, that's a way to give us a tip or give us a little recognition, letting us know that, hey, Elliot, do you have access to that trip? There it is. Oh, my gosh, Elliot, you're the most amazing human being on the planet. This is it, gang. If you want to join Kelly Girl and I, thank you, Elliot. Well, you know who I am. You know, I know you, Elliot. I love you, man. It's Dave Hansen. You know who it is. I can do the best I can, but gang, this trip's going to be a trip unbelievable, unmatched. We're going to hang out with Pacific Sport Fishing Alliance up there. We're going to get to do all the great things. Gustavus, Alaska is a magical place. We've been posting videos about it, showing you all the cool things that happen up there with the bears and the birds and the bald eagles and the trout fishing and the crab fishing and the giant halibut fishing and the lingcod fishing. It's going to be incredible. I am super excited. And if you look, there's 2 trips. One, we get up there on the 7th of September, and the other one you get up there on the 12th. And then there's 4 days of fishing, 5 nights at the lodge, hanging out. Oh my gosh. I got to pinch myself. It's going to be so incredible. And I want a bunch of you to join us. So grab that QR code that Elliot's throwing up there on the screen right now. Thank you so much, Elliot. You want to join us? It's going to sell out. Let's just be honest, gang. We all want to go to Alaska. We've all talked about it a million times, but now you're going to get to go with your saltwater guide, and you're going to get to hang out. We're going to make a bunch of videos. We're going to have a phenomenal time. We're going to eat. The food Larry puts out up there is incredible. I watch all of his videos. The food, the crabbing, the halibut fishing, the lingcod fishing, octopus. Just so much cool stuff. It's going to be a trip of a lifetime, gang, and it's going to sell out quick. So think about that. And those of you that are trying to figure out, what do I get my husband or wife for Christmas? How about a trip with Kelly and Dave to Alaska with Pacific Sport Fishing Alliance? It'll be incredible. Something else I want to talk to you about real quick, and then we're bringing in my buddy Justin, and we'll answer some questions. Something Fishy. This is an incredible product. My cat, Finn, has decided that he needs to urinate all over my house. So it is absolutely mind-boggling how good this stuff works. I don't know if you've ever smelled cat urine, but this stuff gets rid of that stench of the cat urine. It gets rid of Marley's marking urine. He marks all over in this room. This is an incredible, incredible product, gang. Something Fishy. Brandon's got a great deal for members of my website. He's got a great deal for us. If you grab his QR code and go to Something's Fishy, look at, if you're tired of unwanted odors, it doesn't have to be just about fish. It could be about anything. But Justin will tell you, take this, spray a little bit of it on your hands after you've been chopping up bait for your big hook net trip, and all of a sudden your hands don't stink, and you can eat your sandwich or drink your soda. Grab that QR code, gang, and get some of that product. You won't be disappointed. Whatever. Stop spraying all that garbage in the air. The stuff's made. Brandon makes it. He's the chemist. The stuff is super cool. Once he gave me some, and I told him if it got rid of the monkey smell, I would promote the hell out of it. You guys have to get some of this. There's 2 flavors. Get some. Then you'll never have to worry about the smell. Once you guys get this, you'll never ever not have it. As soon as you go to find it and you don't have any, you're going to reorder. Get on Something Fishy. Grab that QR code right there. You get a discount. Brandon always is changing the discount, making it better or worse. I think it's 20% today. It could be 30. It could be 10. I don't know. But if you grab that QR code, or if you put in the code YSWG when you're checking out, Something Fishy is the name of the company. Something's Fishy. There it is. If you haven't seen it, those of you driving around, that's what you want. That's the product you want. Something's Fishy. Check it out. Hey, Justin, let's get in here, man. Let's tear it up. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, how are you doing?
I am super excited to hear all about and I think some of our friends are too that follow you.
Yeah.
That hunting trip looked so cool. It looked like I could have even maybe got one.
Yeah. It was pretty spectacular. I've seen more deer than I've ever seen in my life, probably put together. There's so many deer there. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah. But it's funny you're talking about that Something Fishy. So I was just literally 10 minutes ago cutting up deer, and my hands, they were pretty bad, and I washed them, and it still has that smell of meat, right? I put some of that Something Fishy on, gone. There's no smell at all. It's gone.
I know. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah. How the heck does it work? What is that? What does it do that?
It's some chemical Brandon made in his at his chemical company, and it's pretty incredible. It works so good. It's mind-boggling. You were with me when we met him at the show last year, and you saw what I told him. I said, I'd love to promote your product, but only if it works. I'm going to take it down to my house, my monkey house. We're going to find out if it works. And I'm so glad that he's involved with us, because now I have this stuff at my house, and I'm reordering right now because Pete Grossbeck's flying down here next week. So he's going to bring me some more bottles because we're almost out. Wow. But it's an incredible product. But gang, Justin has some trips coming up this weekend. He's praying that he can go live with it. He's also going to talk about the gift certificates he's got going on and some other things. But right now we need to read a couple of questions. I got a question from Tim Ogilvy. He wants to know, why are my fillet knives so dull?
Because you keep cutting concrete with them. I told you to stop.
It's because I refuse to sharpen them. And I don't know what I'm doing anyway. If you listen, if you read any of the comments, I only used to fillet 1,200 fish 3 times a day back on the boats when I was a kid growing up. But I don't know how to fillet a fish anymore. And my knives are dull, and I don't know how to tie up a boat. And I don't know how to talk, and I don't know how to dress. It's so cool. The social media allows me to learn all this stuff about myself. It's pretty bitchin'. Yeah. I'm having a good time. And then my buddy, my good friend, my pal, who's going out fishing with, he's going to be going out fishing with our good friend Pablo, is John Stanley sent me a question here. Let me see. Where did it go, John? Where did it go? What's the first closure you can remember, and which closure was it that made you realize it was going to be an ongoing problem? When they closed Laguna Beach, John, and everybody that's listening, Kelly Girl and I were traveling with my dad. We were going around. We were going to all these so-called hearings, discovery hearings, where they were going to listen to us talk, and we were going to get to vote on 4 different maps that the shareholders were coming up with for the closures. And then the backdoor scummy deal that they did behind everyone's back and came out with the closure. And they closed all of Laguna. They closed all of it. And you know why? This is how scuzzy and scummy this is.
Doesn't even have anything to do with fishing either. It's so stupid.
No, and there's a sewer pipe in the middle of this closure, which goes against everything. The Aliso Beach sewer pipe is part of the closure. Well, that goes against everything the closure stands for. It's absolutely ridiculous. If you think about what they're saying, if you read the inner part of the law of this closure, it cannot have a sewer pipe in the middle of it. That just goes against everything, because you can't service the sewer pipe if you follow along with what the damn closure is all about. But here's what happened. They were going to take a little sliver of Laguna right there off of Main Beach. They were going to take this little sliver. And the townspeople of Laguna Beach showed up in droves, and they said this. They said, if you close the area in front of Justin's house and leave the area in front of my house open, the property value is going to diminish radically in front of Dave's house, and Justin's property value is going to skyrocket because there won't be any of those stinky fishing boats sitting in front of Justin's house. I swear to God, that's exactly how they worded it. There won't be any of those stinky fishing boats. So they came up with this deal where they closed all of, not a little bit of Laguna, they closed all of Laguna. Gang, if you've never been to Laguna, and unfortunately, if you haven't been, you're not going to get to go. There's nothing like it on earth. Laguna Beach is its own unbelievable biosphere, if you will. It's so spectacular. Beautiful little coves and kelp beds and big boiler rocks and pinnacles and some of the most beautiful kelp beds in the world. And they closed all of it from Abalone Point to Dana Point. They closed the whole thing. And then the city of Laguna told the California Fish and Wildlife, we know you don't have the funding. So what the city of Laguna does is they fund the enforcement. They have their own little enforcement team of Karens that go out there and keep you from fishing. And I know people that have gone in there into this closed area with fishing rods in the rod holders with no reels on them, just so that those guys have to come out on the paddle boards and tell them they're fishing in an area. They're not fishing. They don't even have line on the reel. They put the rods in the rod holders. It's pretty sick. It's pretty amazing. So, John, that was when I knew we were doomed. That's when I knew that it was going to happen, and there wasn't anything we could do to change it. And since then, it's just been a little bit here, a little bit there, here, there, here, there. They just clicking away. More and more of the coastlines getting closed on a daily basis. It's just sick. And then this closure that Gavin Newsom and his friends came up with to build these windmills, that was just devastating. And the amount of devastation it's going to do is going to be suck. They're going to kill so many marine mammals and so many birds, more than you and I could kill, Justin, if we went out on your boat with a shotgun every single day from now until the end of time. We couldn't even put a dent on what these guys are going to kill in one day with these windmills. It's sick. It's absolutely sick. And it's so backdoor bull crap that I'm sorry, I get wound up.
Yeah.
Okay, Justin. Let's get back on a positive note.
Yeah.
What did you and your little boy do this week?
We just went shooting for stuff that moved. No, I'm just kidding. We went to Texas, so we got invited to go on I think it was 1,800 acre ranch to go hunting whitetail. And it's the first time that anyone's ever been able to hunt a buck. And they invited Ryland to go out there. So they did it on a youth hunt. And I guess in Texas will pay, I just found this out, Texas will pay the ranch owner money for youth hunts. So the first time this has ever been hunted, this ranch, and there's deer everywhere. They have feeders out there. Well, everywhere in Texas, they have feeders, right? Everywhere except for California, because California is like, nope, can't feed anything. So there's feeders out there. They go off, and there's a whole bunch of deer and wildlife pigs and stuff like that come to the feeder. Well, the first night we went there, we didn't get a deer the first night, but we seen some really spectacular deer. And it's so funny because my son, 9 years old, Ryland, shooting a 270, which is a big gun for the kid. He loves the 270. I think he likes the kick on him, but he loves the 270. When he gets a deer in his scope, when he's looking at it, he gets buck fever, what we call buck fever, where he starts to shake. So we tell him to breathe. Don't put it on safety. Just breathe. Stop. Don't do anything. We don't want you to make a bad shot. But the next morning, so that was the next morning, I don't even know what day we went out there. The next morning, we went out again and seen a whole bunch of deer again. And this nice 8-point came walking out. And Ryland's like, I want to shoot that one. And the guy said, shoot it. So it took him a little bit for the deer to get in the perfect position. And when he took the shot, the buck fever. So he was shaking. And when he hit the deer, it hit just a little bit behind. It still got his lungs. And he went running. And we had to call the dogs out. And let me tell you what. These dogs are so spectacular over there.
Oh, hold on a second. Thank you, Elliot. Elliot's going to put up the video, I think, of Ryland getting his first.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Guys, you won't even watch this.
First buck ever.
Elliot, see if you can find that one, the first one I posted, of where he freaks out of that.
There it is. Watch this, everybody.
Whoa!
There you go.
Watch that.
Whoa!
Looking out of control. It's so funny.
Look at that face. I mean, I've got tears in my eyes. You can't buy that.
Yeah, it's just actually being there too. So he had many shots. So that was the second deer he shot. The first deer he shot, he got it in the scope and he was shaking, and we told him to stop. Just breathe. You don't want to pull the trigger. So long story short, yeah, thank you, Elliot. We had to call a dog out. So the guy comes, we couldn't find the deer. There is no blood trail. The two dogs came, and the guy just opens up the crate in the back of the truck, and the dogs go to work. You don't have to even tell them where the deer was shot. We were 30 yards away from the deer where it was shot. And he just opens up the crate, and the dogs, we couldn't even pet them. The dogs come out, you want to pet the dogs. Well, hold on, let me get this off. The dogs get out, and they ran straight over to where the deer got shot. And I was like, how the heck do the dogs even know this? Straight over to it. They were blue tick hounds. Grab the smell, boom. 1.5, 2 minutes later, they're on the deer. I was like, what the heck? How is that even possible? How does that even happen? And the guy has a GPS thing, right? Because they all have collars on, both the dogs. And he goes, they found it. What? What the heck? Are you kidding me? So it was about another 20 yards of where we started tracking it. And then we just gave up and said, all right, we're going to get the dogs. So yeah, pretty spectacular.
Yeah, that video of Ryland's face is just incredible. Just so cool. And the way he wanted to explode with excitement, and then it's like, oh yeah, that's right. There's more. Yeah, there's more deers here.
I know.
You're excited. Thank you so much, Elliot. That was so special to show that.
Thank you so much, Elliot.
Gang, look at this. What Jake's saying. They had an article in the Log magazine. These things aren't going to bring fish around. Let's be honest. You're not. First of all, you can't even get near them. There's a 2-mile radius around the damn thing. One windmill, gang. Something. I'm sorry, Justin, but one windmill holds 2,500 gallons of oil in order to keep that thing lubricated as it spins around.
You mean leaking gallons of oil?
Yeah, in the ocean.
Because all the ones in Palm Springs are all leaking. Drive by those and look at them. Oh, you'll see the stuff dripping down them.
Yep, and it'll go right in the ocean. And you know how good oil is going in the ocean, but it's not a big deal because we're not about the environment anymore. We're about ripping off the American people and telling them that we're going to give them green energy, which is never going to happen because it's impossible. It's crazy. I'm sorry. Back to fun. What we were talking about. So, how excited was he this morning to go to school to tell all his friends?
Oh yeah, that he missed school, but it was a outdoor experience. I know everyone doesn't want to go outdoors out here in the schools, but just saying, it was a science experiment. We had to learn how to get our own food in case we didn't have any food, right? We need to learn that. But we go out there and we learn nature. We learn everything about there, and we get to see animals. We don't just go out and kill stuff. We get to see animals. We get to see how they respond. We saw all kinds of stuff: rabbits, birds, dove, ducks, pigs, all kinds of cool stuff. But yeah, he only missed a couple days of school, and I'm sure he's telling everybody that he was out there hunting, and no one's gonna believe him, But he got to experience it. He had a great time, really good time. That second deer he got a perfect shot. You can't get any perfect than that. Hit it right in the heart, just perfect. And that's the one that video where he gets all crazy excited because he's seen the deer dive down. It was really cool. Yeah.
The way he
was supposed to shoot that deer. That deer was the biggest buck we've seen the whole trip, and it was on the last stand that we were sitting to. Right, of course that had to happen. But we had six bucks come in that evening, and it was freaking crazy. So it was the last night we were there. 6 bucks came in, big ones, and this big old bruiser who was the king of all of them came in, and Ryland's like, "Can I shoot that one?" And I'm all, "I don't think so. You can only shoot a doe now or a spike. So if a doe or spike comes in, he's all, well, there's a doe right there." So the guide or the property manager said, "Let me text the boss real quick." I was like, "Text him what?" He's all, "Just hold on." And he comes back and goes, if he wants that deer, he can have it. And I was all, "Really?" He's all, "Yep." So now, it sounds easy, me explaining it, just like when you go out lobster hooping with me, right? When we explain it to you, "Oh yeah, we went out and we caught this many lobsters." You don't get to see the whole thing. Like on the live videos, you get to see the whole thing. Pull up empty nets, pull up loaded nets, so on and so on. Same with out deer hunting. You don't get to see the whole thing. So he didn't just go, "Okay, bam, it's dead." No. Now it has to get into the right position. But this is the king of the bucks there in that area. So he was running out, chasing all the does, trying to push other bucks around. I have it on the YouTube video at Bowline Outdoors. So he's running around, pushing the bucks around. Another buck comes in. He's pushing that one, trying to push that one out. Then he sees another doe come in and chases that doe around. And we don't want him just to shoot. We want to get the perfect shot to make sure that the animal dies right away. We don't want it to suffer. So, oh yeah, the leaking windmills in Palm Springs is ridiculous. Sorry. But yeah, he got into the perfect spot after chasing a doe, and he took that shot, and it was pretty spectacular. I don't know if you've seen that. Well, you've seen the buck. If anyone else seen that buck, it was pretty dang big. It was a big, huge 9-point. It scored, what was the score on it? 152 or something like that, which is 152-inch 9-point buck is pretty dang big. It was the biggest one I've ever seen. It was pretty cool. But yeah, what a fun time.
If you haven't seen Justin's son, Ryland, he's on a bunch of my videos. He's on a bunch of Justin's videos. He'll be at the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Festival signing autographs if you want to meet him. I bring him up on stage. He does a little bit with me up there. No, he's just a phenomenal outdoorsman. Me and Elliot and I were talking about him last night, the way he handles the gun, the things that you've taught that young man. He is going to just grow up to be just an unbelievable citizen on the planet Earth, which is something that we're lacking, which I see every single day on all these crappy comments by all these little booger-eating kids. I mean, there's 55 and 60-year-old men that act like little children because they were never taught the proper way to act in public, and you're teaching your boys. It's so fun to watch, and to watch your boys grow up right in front of me. It's pretty spectacular, and you're teaching them how to be good little men, which is something that's not being taught anymore in America. The last thing that we want to teach is boys how to be men. It's pretty impressive. I'm very impressed. So is Elliot. We both watch him all the time. It's so fun to watch him. I can't wait to see when Madden starts jumping into this world, because he's got to be chomping at the bit right there watching, right?
He wants to go so bad, but he's not at that age yet to take him. So
right.
Another year, a year or two, that's when I took Ryland. But the number one thing I teach my kids, the first thing of all, is respect. Respect. Then after that, how to have fun. There's much more fun than this. This isn't all the fun. If you want to have a lot of fun, go outside, go do something, go fishing. There's some people, these big bluefin hunter guys, you know, they only fish for what, 3-4 months out of the year. We fish for 12.
Yeah.
That's what we do. There's fish out there all year long. We go out there and there's always something to do. Same thing with hunting. You can hunt all year long. I don't hunt birds anymore because I don't do bird hunting. I only do the big game hunting now. So deer and elk. I don't even hunt pigs, but yeah, I teach the kids how to fish, how to do everything fishing, lobstering. They've caught big bluefin tuna themselves. I teach them how to hunt, how to respect what they're doing too. So when we're out fishing, I teach them how to handle the rods correctly so you don't mess them up. When we're hunting, I teach them how to handle the weapon correctly so that they don't have any accidents. Always unloaded. We never travel anywhere with a loaded rifle or are clipping with bullets ever. I teach them, even though it's faster, you see a deer right away, you know you want to shoot it right away, it can wait. There's always that second chance, always. So, yeah.
I liked when some negative human got on your post and said, yeah, I bet you didn't show him how to field dress it. And then your next video was your boys field dressing the deer. I'm like, see, we already know. You and I have been in this industry so long, we know where the negative people are living. I can get them all out from underneath all the little rocks that they all live under. They all come pouring onto all my posts. They come pouring out of the woodwork. But then, like I always say, I'm free game. Have at it. You can come after me all you want. Don't go after Ryland. Don't go after Kelly. Leave our kids alone. Leave our wives alone. Come after us. We can handle it. But you handled it perfect. You're like, yeah, right. He doesn't know. Here it is. Here he is skinning this deer.
Yeah. So I have to, because, you know, the Facebook warriors, they don't want to see the blood and stuff. So I had to edit it and so on and so on. Just like I had Ryland hold the nuts. But I blocked it out. I mean, there's other things also that we did out there. We're christening you. You know, when you go and catch a bluefin or you go and catch a yellowtail for the first time, you take a bite of the heart. It's an amazing thing, right? It's just what we do. It's I don't even know what the word is. It's what we do while we're out there. Well, what we do with the deer is we have you take a bite of the heart. And I'm not going to put that picture or video up on the internet because otherwise I'll get blocked by everybody. So someone's going to get mad about it because of the blood. And then what we do also is there's another thing that we do is your first deer or elk, we'll put our finger inside the heart and put the red paint on your face. So I think on one of the pictures you can see a little bit of red on him, but yeah.
That is a great way to grow up with a phenomenal father like you. I'm very happy for him. I got to grow up doing real man stuff too. So and both of my boys, I can tell you, they missed a lot of school going out on the boat. And I used to tell the teachers, they're learning way more with me than they'll ever learn in here. Because I have an 8th grade education, so I'm super smart human. I'm the one that has to be teaching them.
Yeah.
But being out there and seeing what's going on in the real world is way better than staring at this stupid thing all day. But we're all locked onto our stupid phones now. All locked on. It's pretty sad. But you got some cool stuff coming up. I mean, all that stuff you did with your son just now, on top of everything else you got going on, you got trips this weekend with some of our members. You got some cool stuff going on. Talk about that.
Yeah. So Saturday I have a lobster trip, a lobster charter. Sunday I have a lobster charter. I may have a local charter in the morning on Sunday too. But lobster charter for sure Sunday. Monday I have another charter. And December 13th, which is next Wednesday, let's do an open party. I already have one person in. They're actually messaging me right now. We'll do an open party. It's $175 per person. 4 people max, okay? But I need 4 to go. So I need 4 to go. We'll do 4 people max. That way it's not overcrowded. And we will leave right around between 2 and 3 o'clock. And we'll go for fresher sharks first, and then we'll go for the lobsters, and we'll be live with thousands and thousands of views. And like one person posted on the some lobster page, that will make you famous.
Yeah, it was incredible. Last time we had 31,000 views right now, 21,000 watched minutes. That's an insane number, my friend. That's an insane number. Yeah, we're on to something, Justin. I think we're gonna do really well with this live show.
Yeah. Dennis, if you want to see the picture or any of the videos, just look on my Facebook, Justin Buttrell. I have them all posted right there. I have a YouTube video also for it. But yeah, if you want to get on that trip for next Wednesday, there's 3 spots available right now. You can give me a call or text. It's 951-703-9442. And don't forget, we're doing a special, and it ends the end of this year. So December 31st, $500. I'll come out on your boat. You have 1 year to use it. I'll come out on your boat and show you how to use your electronics. If you want me to show you how to drive your boat, I can do that. I'll show you how to read spots, how to fish, how to catch the fish that you target. And I'll load up your GPS with a bunch of different spots. I'll show you how to anchor. I'll show you how to read current. I'll show you all the whole 9 yards that you've ever wanted to learn for only $500. You have until the end of the year to get the gift certificate. All you do is you'll either Zelle or Venmo me. I'll send you a gift certificate through your email. And then you have 1 year, so the end of 2024 to use it. It's a smoking deal. Everyone else is charging, I think the cheapest guide right now is charging $1,500, and they're not even a real guide. They don't have a license. You can look them up on the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. So,
Justin, something's up with your mic.
it's the freaking crickets inside my garage.
To feed all the snakes, huh?
Yeah. No, they're freaking. Oh, there you go. Now it stopped, right? Oh, there's the damn cricket again. I mean, darn. So yeah, it's don't look in my freezer either. They stopped. Don't look in my freezer. There's a bunch of dead mice in there too. So for only $500, like we were saying, you have until the end of the year to get that promo. You either call or text me, 951-703-9442. Be more than happy to come out on your boat and show you. Are you still hearing that noise?
Yeah, I'm here. I was hearing them. Now they're not. I can hear them a little bit. Hey, Dennis Barr's wondering if he wants to see that video again. Can you, where is it at? On Bowline Sport Fishing, Bowline Adventures? Where is it?
Just go to my Facebook. I just posted everything on my Facebook. You can click on the links and click on the reels and so on.
Justin Bottrell?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go, gang. So look, you want to be a part of this live show. It's going to be incredible. It's going to go off next Wednesday night. It's going to be really spectacular. It should be a lot of fun, gang. We're taking questions. If you have any questions, you can send them to 949-374-0786. We'll do our very best to answer your questions as we go here.
Oh, there you go. There's my Facebook right there.
Yeah, the little part.
Oh, yeah.
Good hit. Good hit.
Good hit?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. First buck ever.
Every day. That's the plan.
Oh, yeah, you got to look at the next one.
Get down a little farther.
Yeah, there you
That one.
go. Yep.
Watch the face, Dennis.
Whoa!
Look at that face, Dennis.
Biting all of his fingernails. Watch. He's biting all of his fingernails. Oh, shoot. Maybe I can.
Whoa!
Woo! Hell yeah.
His little hand is shaking. Oh, I love that kid. I love my kids. His little hand's like.
So flippin' excited. So excited. You can't buy that. And that's all we want is our children to be excited about life and get off of the damn phone and the PlayStation. Gang, I got a good question from my buddy Matt. Matt wants to know, Dave, when you were doing your guide, when you were being a guide, on other people's boat. What was the most common trip and what was your favorite type of trip? My very most common trip was fishing Catalina. Everybody wanted to learn how to fish Catalina. Everybody wanted to learn where to go catch sea bass and yellowtail and bass, bonita, barracuda. Everybody wanted to learn how to catch fish. I was very, very blessed that this bluefin wasn't here when I was doing it for a living every day. I understand that a lot of you just like to fish for big giant bluefin. That's great. That's not my, those aren't my clients. Let's be honest. My clients are people that bought a boat. And if you look in every harbor in America, it's full of boats. And those people want to catch fish. That's why they bought the boat. So when I started Your Saltwater Guide, I was out there to teach you how to fish. You don't learn how to fish when you go out and drag big giant baits around for bluefin. You don't learn anything. You learn how to turn the handle. You learn how to reel the fish in. That's all you learn. I would take you out on your boat. We'd go to Catalina. We'd fish around the island, or we'd go down and fish San Diego. We'd fish Point Loma or La Jolla. We'd fish the kelp beds, or I'd go up Channel Islands and go fish Anacapa or Santa Cruz and find the edges of the kelp and a little bit of current, teach you how to fish, teach you how to cast, teach you how to identify the right bait to use, teach you how to do all those things. My most common trip was fishing Catalina, and I would fish. Here's how weird it was back in the day. I was the only guy doing it. There was nobody else. They had to create a guide license just for Your Saltwater Guide. No one had ever done it before. Even though they told people they had done it, they'd never done it before. And I would go, one day I would be fishing out of San Diego. The next day I'd be fishing out of Oceanside. The next day I'd be fishing out of Oxnard. The next day I'd be fishing back in Dana Point. The next day I'd be in Newport. The next day I'd be in Marina Del Rey. Then I'd be back in San Diego. I'd work every single day on a different boat every single day and be in a different harbor every single day. But you know what? At the end of the day, they're just fish and they're not that smart. And all I had to do was be smarter than the fish to catch the fish for the people. But nothing tickled my fancy more than going to Catalina. Catalina is a phenomenal fishery that we have right off our Southern California coast. Here's how it's so bitchin', gang. You can go on the island and have lunch. Go have a cocktail. Get an ice cream cone for the kids. Go walk the interior. Up at the isthmus, you can walk from one side to the other. You can get an ice cream cone. You can have food. You can stay at a hotel. All those things you can't do anywhere else. You can't do it down at the Coronado Islands. You can't do it up at the Channel Islands. Catalina is so bitching, gang, because I could take you there, teach you how to get a mooring can, teach you how to catch fish every time you throw your line in the water, show you the right restaurant to eat at, show you the right ice cream cone, right ice cream shop to eat at, show you the live buffalo on the island. There's just so much cool shit to do at Catalina, which you don't have anywhere else. So, Matt, Catalina is my favorite place to go. Catalina's always been kind of magical in my life. I love going on the island with families and going to the nice restaurants and eating with the nice families and then going and getting ice cream cones and doing all that cool stuff. And my goodness, this year, the lobster fishing at Catalina, everybody's catching them. Even people that don't know what they're doing are catching them, gang. It's just hard to believe what a bitchin' fishery that is right off the coast, and so many people never take advantage of it. Right, Justin? When you take people there, how spectacular is it?
Yeah, they fall in love with Catalina. That's where I take my family, too. I love Catalina. There's no place in Southern California like it. Nowhere. And it's beautiful. Just taking the ride to Catalina, when you start getting closer, about 4 to 5 miles offshore, you see all the dolphins, the whales, and so on and so on. And then as you get closer to Catalina, it's just a beautiful island, absolutely beautiful. And then when there's fog, sometimes not thick fog or clouds coming down, it'll roll over Catalina and come out. Then when you're anchored at spots, you're gonna. Oh, Mike, thank you. I got your Zelle. When you're anchored at spots, the bald eagles will come down and check you out as well. It's just spectacular.
And like Mike Lewis just said, gang, if you go to Catalina, you got to give yourself an opportunity to eat a buffalo burger. They have, I'm going to be honest, I'll do anything to not work. And I ran the tour bus on Catalina a long, long time ago. They have a full herd of free roaming buffalo on the island. They brought them over in 1909 for a silent movie. and they left them on the island. They didn't want to ship them back. Now there's 150 head of free roaming buffalo. They harvest a buffalo every year for food on the island, and they have buffalo burgers at a few of the restaurants. But like Mike Lewis was saying, airport in the sky. Catalina has this really spectacular airport up on the top of the island, and you can go to the restaurant up there. You can take a taxi up there. You can take a bus ride up there, and you can go up to the airport and have lunch up there. It's a spectacular view if you've never been up there. It's incredible. They have a full working ranch, Palomino Ranch. The Wrigley Chewing Gum Company owned the island, and they still do. They gave the rights to use the island to the LA Conservatory, but the island is so magical and so full of so much history. If you think Ronald Reagan, I don't know if you've ever heard of Ronald Reagan, but his very first job he ever had in entertainment was announcing for the Chicago Cubs on Catalina. It's a golf course now, but Mr. Wrigley built the exact replica of Wrigley's Field on Catalina. And that's where spring training was on the island. And so Ronald Reagan, when he was 15 years old, started announcing for the Chicago Cubs on Catalina Island. I got tons of it. My hair's standing up on the back of my head. I got tons of this cool bitchin' information from running the tour over there. Marilyn Monroe, her very first job in entertainment, ever getting paid, was meeting the big white steamer when it would come to the Green Pier and drop the people off. Marilyn would be standing there when she was 16 years old. And back then they would put a lei on you, just like you do in Hawaii when you come off the airplane. This is how it was. Until 1950, Catalina was the place for the lifestyle, the rich and famous. All the movie stars, all the rich people in America all went to Catalina. And that all died about the mid-1950s when air travel became available to everyone. That's when Catalina lost its mystique. That's when things started to, I mean, the 60s were a great time over there, but nothing was like it was in the 50s over there. In the early 50s, in the 40s, Catalina was the place. Marilyn Monroe, very first time she ever got married. She got married when she was 16 years old at the casino. Casino is not a place of gambling. Casino means place of gathering, gang. That's why there's no gambling on the island. In the olden days, in the 20s and 30s, the gambling ships would come out of LA and you would gamble all the way over, and then they would drop you off on the Green Pier, and you would go and you'd watch the big bands perform at the casino and dance the night away, and then they'd load everybody up at 2 or 3 in the morning and drive you back across the channel. Could you imagine what kind of a poop show that must have looked like, Justin? But everybody did it.
That would be pretty funny to watch. But not only that, but you can go to Avalon and rent the golf carts and take a golf cart around as well. And that's really fun also because you get to go into the overlook areas and overlook the ocean. It's really spectacular over there.
Catalina is a magical place, gang. And if you go over there, you got to go to the casino. You got to go watch a movie in the casino. They have a movie theater in there, and they show first-run movies on Friday and Saturday nights. It's a magical place. You'll feel the power when you're there. But Justin, how many people have you turned on to that place in the last 5 years, taking people out fishing over there? It's incredible, right?
Hundreds, if not thousands. Yeah, it is very spectacular over there. It's my favorite place.
And Matt, I'm going to let you in on a little guide secret. We're not those guys that are one-dimensional, that we have to go take you big tuna fishing because we don't know how to do anything else. So we're going to charge you $2,500 to take you on an illegal guide trip, because there are some guys like that. And believe me, in 2024, I'm going to blow those guys up. I'm going to blow them up because we're getting 30 million views a month right now. It's time to get rid of the cheaters, the liars in the industry, and I'm going to blow them up. So those of you that are doing it illegally, get ready. We're going to rock your world. We're going to rock your world. Justin's a licensed guide. Pablo's a licensed guide. Sonny's a licensed guide. I'm a licensed guide. Chris is a licensed guide. The guys that are doing it illegal and they're charging you $2,800 to go catch a bluefin, and they can't do anything else. They don't know how to anchor a boat. They don't know how to take care of a boat. They don't know how to teach you how to take care of a boat. As a guide, when you say, oh, I just want to go catch bluefin, you kind of deflate us. Justin, myself, Pablo, we want to teach you how to fish. for fish. We want to teach you how to drift for rockfish. We want to teach you how to anchor on the spots. We want to teach you how to catch fish when you throw your line in the water. We want to show you how to catch fish with your children. When you say, hey, I just want to go bluefinning, we're never going to say no, but it kind of deflates us because we want to teach you what we know. Right, Justin?
Yeah, absolutely. And, so bluefin it's easy to catch. It really is. It's really easy. The hardest part is looking with your eyes. You're not looking at your fathometer, your fish finder, everyone calls it. You're not looking at that. You're looking with your eyes. Just look. Once you see them, go catch them.
Exactly.
If you want, troll that big old huge lure on the back of your boat at 14 miles an hour right through it. You'll catch one. And then reel. That's all you have to do, reel. But it's not teaching you anything. I mean, yeah, you caught a big old huge fish. It's just not teaching you anything. I can teach you how to troll that lure. I can teach you how to drive your boat at 14 miles an hour and troll. I can. And I could teach you how to find the fish. They're right there. Yep. There they are. Look at them. So I could teach you how to cast. If you want me to show you how to cast, I'll show you how to cast. Cast the lure right into the middle of it and start reeling.
Yeah, it's not that important. Dennis, yes, the water is still very, very clean at Catalina. It's ridiculously clean over there. Doesn't really make any sense why it's so clean there, but it is. It's very, very clean. It's a beautiful place. And but Justin, when the people tell you they want to go tuna fishing, and then you tell them, well, they're not really hitting, and then you take them to cat. First of all, this bluefin's destroyed so many people that could have gone on to have a bunch of boats, had a great time, and then they take their children out big bluefin fishing. Now their kids hate fishing. They blew it. But when you talk to them and you finally get them off that big tuna thing and you get them over to Catalina, how impressed are they? How excited are they that they get to fish?
Yeah, they start fishing Catalina from now on. And I tell them if they want bluefin, if they want the tuna, just look for it. On the way to Catalina, look for it. On the way back from Catalina, look for it. But go fish Catalina and you will find it. I was catching bluefin in between Long Beach and Catalina just because we found them. That's where they were. So, yeah, it's pretty spectacular. Catalina is a special, special place.
But when you get to drop the anchor and then you're not drifting into the beach and maneuvering the boat 100 million times, you drop the anchor, you turn the music down low, have some music on the boat. The kids are getting to participate in fishing and touching the bait and touching the fishing pole and doing it all themselves and having a good time. How rad is that? That is what it's all about, gang. This trolling for big bluefin, that's fun for about 10 minutes. It really sucks when you get to the field dock.
Yeah, you want to take a flying. So the yummy flyer is an art, right? The dead flying fish is just throw it out there. If you throw it out 100 yards off your boat, you're gonna get bit. Okay. The yummy flyer though, the rubber flying fish, that's an art because now you're gonna have to learn wind direction and everything else and which way to tack. You gotta learn tacking, right? So that's an art right there. But everything else, you can take a dead flying fish and throw it out into the water and woohoo, got one. That's pretty easy. Flying a kite with some helium on a balloon, it goes up in the air if you put helium on it. So, but yeah, Dennis, I go to Catalina, and last time I was at Catalina, we got 229 lobsters. So we got a couple of them.
Yeah, you did. That was a bitch at night. So Tim Ogilvy, no, here's the deal. What you want to do is you want to plan it for a couple of days. You want to leave Mission Bay in the morning and just make your way over to Catalina, taking your time, not hauling ass, looking at the weather, making sure everything's set. It's a long ride. It's 50 something miles from Mission Bay. It's straight uphill. Go over there, do your thing. What? What?
Just drive to Dana Point. Tim, drive. Is it Tim Ogilvy?
Yeah.
So just drive your boat on your trailer. Drive it to Dana Point. It's in a 30 minute drive.
Tim, your boat's on a trailer? Yeah, don't leave San Diego. Drive up to Dana Point. Get the best bait on the coast. The Everingham Brothers Bait Company in Dana Point's the best. The ride there is so fun from Dana Point.
It's going to take you, Tim, about an hour and 15 minutes to get to Catalina. And then on the way back, it's going to take you 45 minutes to get back to Dana Point, and it's going to be a super smooth ride. And you're going to have amazing bait when you come out of Dana Point. And you'll be out of the when you launch your boat, you'll be at the bait barge in about a minute and a half. Then after you get bait, you'll be out of the harbor in another minute and a half. So it's the best harbor out there.
It's hard to believe. Gang, if you're enjoying the show, if you like what I have to say, you want to become a member of my website, yoursaltwaterguide.com. I have the most spectacular Christmas deal for you. $350 lifetime membership. You'll never get billed again. You're going to have full access to the whole website, 580 plus videos. You can listen to me driving around in your car. I know you all love my voice, but you can check it all out at yoursaltwaterguide.com. You can give me a call at 949-374-0786, and I'll give you an absolutely free look at the greatest fishing website ever built. You can get a lifetime membership. If you don't want to talk to me, you can just get the lifetime membership and don't have to worry about talking to me. But check it out, gang. Besides Justin having his gift certificate deal for the holidays, I'm throwing you guys a huge bone. Now it's just about gives you a reason to live for 3 years to get your money's worth out of it. After 3 years, then you're just riding on Easy Street because $350 for a lifetime membership. I'm not going anywhere, gang. I'll be here in 3 years. Plus, my videos aren't going anywhere. So check it out, yoursaltwaterguide.com for phenomenal opportunity to lifetime membership. Everybody that ever buys one every holiday season just says, thank you very much for letting me have that.
Yeah, so only $350 will get you that lifetime membership with all the bundles. But to me, most importantly, is you get to become part of the club, right? You get in contact with a lot of different captains. There's multiple captains listening right now and watching this. And there's multiple captains that are members as well. But you get in with us out on the water. You get the network of fishermen all over. There's no other website or app out there that will do that. Not a single one. And for lobster, you want to be networked with people for lobster? When I go out, I see members all the time. And I tell them, if you noticed on the live videos, I'll tell them exactly where to fish right there. Oh, you got to go. They're moving in the deeper water. They're moving in the shallow water. And they thank me like they couldn't even believe. And that's because they're members. Everyone else, I just keep driving. I don't talk.
Well, Jason Lawler posted that he caught limits, went right to where you told him to go inside of Long Beach Harbor. He caught limits. Then we got those pictures from the other member. What was his name that he sent you the pictures on the back of his truck?
So, Jason, by the way, is on the Amigo.
Right. I know.
Yeah. So how about that? Who else was it? Oh yeah, someone posted also that they went to the spot and got a whole bunch of lobsters on the back of their truck. Well, that's why they send us the pictures. So yeah.
Our stuff is real, gang. It's real. When you call Justin, you know who answers the phone?
My wife. No, I'm just kidding. I do. I answer.
They hope our wives answer, but they always get disappointed when it's us. They're like, damn, I wanted to talk to Amanda. I didn't want to talk to Justin. Same thing when they call Pablo. They're like, damn, I wanted to talk to Kate. And then when they called me, they're like, is Kelly around? No, I'm just kidding. But gang, when you call us, we answer the phone. I don't know any other website out there. I know all the guys that have the websites, the big heavy hitters from the sport boats that started a website because of me, the guy that started the website Fishing for Giant Bluefin. I know all those guys. And
try to message them.
Call them. Give them a call.
Don't even try calling them. They won't answer. Try to message them. Message them on Facebook or Instagram. See if they get a hold of you.
I was told message them on their website when you're a member and they still don't answer you. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
You can't go. First thing that happens when you sign up to the website, your Saltwater Guide Gang, the very first thing that happens, The minute you put your phone number in there, I call you immediately. Yeah. And it blows people's minds. It blows their minds. Or another thing, like Jason and the other members, when they call you, they just not only get to talk to Justin, but he tells you exactly where to go so you don't have to suck.
Yeah. I tell you exactly where the fish or the lobsters were the day before.
And now you got people calling you, asking you where the deer are.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little different. We could probably start a website on that one, but the fees will be astronomically more expensive. Deer's a little different, especially Southern California. If you want to go deer hunting in Southern California, it's over right now. But I'm a guide, so you can get a hold of me for that too next year.
Pretty incredible. We got you covered, whatever aspect you're looking for, gang. And also understand, we got holidays coming up. They got the Newport Boat Parade, the Marina Del Rey Boat Parade, the Huntington Beach Boat Parade. Justin's a licensed captain also. So is Sonny and so is Pablo. If you're going to go out and have a Christmas party this year on your boat and you want someone to drive the boat so you don't get a ticket because you might want to have an adult beverage while you're driving the boat. The moment you have your adult beverage, one, you no longer have insurance if you're the driver. I didn't make up the law. You can argue with me till the cows come home. I don't care. Maritime law says 0.0 when operate 0.00 when you're operating a vessel, 0.00 when you're operating a vessel on the water. It is the law. I didn't make it up. So just think about this. The next time you crack that beer, and I know you all do it, and I don't really care, but just understand if there's a problem. I don't know if you know, but insurance companies didn't get rich by paying claims. So the first thing you're going to do is if there's an accident or if someone gets hurt, they're going to who's the captain? I am. Here, and they're going to hit you with a little swab in your mouth. If it shows any alcohol, you don't have any insurance. You could argue with me till tomorrow morning. I don't really care. The insurance companies aren't going to want to pay the claim because maritime law says 0.0. All I'm telling you that for is we have Justin available to take your family out on your boat for the holidays. We have Pablo available. We have Sonny available. We have every single thing to cover whatever you want to do when you go out on your boat.
So if you want to go to Catalina, right, and you want to go on the island, you don't want to go to Catalina and not go on the island. You're going to want to go on the island. They have a thing over there called buffalo milk. It is really good. It's a adult beverage, but it's really good. Go and try it. It's something to try. They have it only on Catalina that I know of. It's only over there. I have someone booking 2 trips right now. Sorry.
Look at that.
2 guide. Yeah. That's why I keep looking at my phone.
That's okay.
It's bad. It's good too, right?
Elliot and I put out a post this morning, gang. If you want to get on this train that's flying down the track, we're coming up on 1 million followers across all social media, gang. You can't even comprehend. You can go look if you don't believe me. Go look at all the different numbers. If you got some product like Brandon with this Something's Fishy, if you got some product you want to get in front of some people, if you want to attack, Deckhand Sports, look at Dave. Talk about that bag, Justin.
All right, really quick. I know I have all the time right now, but so this bag is a must-have for everybody, and I'm being dead serious about this. Check this out. You can fit. It's waterproof, super thick. You can fit 7 legal lobsters, big ones, small ones. Well, not small as in keepers. You can fit them inside of this bag. I'll scoot back a little bit. You can fit them all inside of your bag. Put a little piece of kelp, some seaweed inside of there that's wet, or just take a shirt or a rag, dip it in the salt water, put it in there. Velcro it up just like that. You can fold it down like so. Take these snaps, snap it. It's not going to leak out in your car. Just put it in the back of your car. You're worried about, it's gonna get wet in the back of my car. No, it's not. Not with this. This bag is freaking amazing.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
But you can use it for multiple different things. I thought, man, this is perfect for lobsters. So when we bring back our lobsters, we put them in this bag. It's just amazing, absolutely amazing. Nice bag. It's not too big. It's not too bulky. It has a handle here if you want to hold it. Yeah. So on Deckhand Sports, I was looking it up. It's called the boat dry bag, I believe it is. It's only $49, but if you use code YSWG, you're gonna get an additional discount on that. Just for this bag. It's really freaking nice. And when you get it, you're gonna feel it's super thick, really thick material. So the lobsters, when I put them in here, they don't rip through it. It's really cool, and it's a dry bag, so that's amazing. But yeah, I wanted to share that with everyone. I love this bag so much. I don't know. Yeah, there you go. So go to
That's pretty
Deckhand
incredible.
Sports.
I can't believe we've been going an hour and 15 minutes already. I looked up at the crowd and I was like, we only got 25 people left. Oh shit, they're all back at work. Everybody had to go back to work. Yeah, like Devo just said, the only kill bag on the market with blocks on the bottom to keep the fish fresher and out of that bacteria-laden water, like Tommy Gomes talked about on the show the other day. We'll show you all more about the bags on Friday. Fridays are Deckhand Sports Day, but Wednesday is kind of a free-for-all right now. So check out Something Fishy. Check out Deckhand Sports. Check out ProMart. Check out everywhere. Check out everything, gang. We try to make this show as pleasurable and as informational as we possibly can, gang. I'm not begging. I'm just letting you know. If you feel like this is very entertaining for you, sprinkle a few stars out on the show if you're on Facebook. If you're not, if you're on YouTube, leave us a tip. And then if you can't figure any of that out, you can Venmo us. The code's right up here on the top of the screen. You can see the Venmo code up there. Hit that with your phone. You can send us some couple of bucks on there. That'll allow us to help feed the monkeys and the kitties and all the things that we do every day, and gathering up all these great guests we have on the show all the time. Everything helps and everything matters. Thank you very, very much. I want to thank you all very, very much for watching the show today. Justin, let everybody know one more time how they can get a hold of you and how they can get in on this great deal you got.
Yeah, so you can give me a call or text, 951-703-9442. And don't miss out on the specials that we have. Not only becoming a lifetime member of Your Saltwater Guide for $350, I'll come on your boat and show you how all this is done for $500, a guide service. So, and don't forget, I'm going to be going live on Sunday. So I'll be live on Sunday on Your Saltwater Guide Facebook. Maybe on Saturday, depending on if the clients want me to go live or not, if they allow me to. But for sure, Sunday, stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to go thresher shark fishing first. I'll try to go live. It just depends because no one's caught a thresher shark that I'm going with. So, yeah.
Great. Sounds wonderful. The gardeners want to work on my house. They've been standing outside for an hour and 20 minutes waiting for me to shut up. I'm going to shut down the show, gang, because now we got this weed whacker outside my window going bananas. Thank you, everybody, for watching the show today. Justin, always a pleasure having you on here, gang. Thank you very much.